唐生，你好啊。
早晨 OK 嗎？
係啊。
Dr. Puxiao Cen says good morning to her patient in Chinese as he gets ready to undergo a procedure at AdventHealth.
Many of them don't speak English. If they speak Chinese, either Mandarin or Cantonese, I speak both of the dialects, no problem.
Dr. Cen is from China but immigrated to America, as did many of her patients looking for a better life for their children.
好，係啊。
Patient Han Kwang has been under her care for the last 18 years. He's glad Dr. Cen is bilingual.
It's interesting how language changed your way of thinking too. When I speak Chinese, I feel like I think like a traditional Chinese person, and I would call them uncle.
She refers to patients as aunts and uncles to help put them at ease and relax. According to AdventHealth officials, their heart, lung, and vascular department sees the most cardiovascular patients in the state of Florida. Dr. Cen says a small percentage of their patients cannot speak English but have kids that do.
Oftentimes, they have family member bringing them in. They're younger generations if they can find time off work.
But this cardiologist handles all of her patients with care, no matter what their race or religion is. They say she's the real deal.
She's the most intuitive doctor that I've ever been around.
She always so sweet and always have a smile.
Dr. Cen is our go-to.
But 18 years ago, this doctor discovered she too had to slow down and stop working late into the night for her own health as she battled cancer.
I had ovarian cancer in 2007, and that was a metastasized cancer, so I didn't know how long I'll be off work.
She realized she needed a helping hand and took a shot at hiring her own nurse at work.
So I decided to hire a full-time nurse helping the Chinese patients' needs, and also she's accessible to the non-Chinese speaking. All of the patients have access to her.
Hello, 唔該趙生啊。
Nurse Bianca Lai chats to patients in her native language. She was born and raised in Hong Kong.
I communicate with patients, especially Chinese patients, especially those who has difficulty speaking and understanding English.
Dr. Cen and Bianca have been working side by side for 16 years. She even paid for Bianca's salary out of her own pocket, never asking AdventHealth for a dime. But this year, hospital supervisors reached out to Dr. Cen saying they would take over the cost to pay Bianca as their own Asian American Pacific Islander, or AAPI, patient population increases.
Do you think it's a sign of acceptance?
Yes, I think so.
According to Orange County government, there have been more than 95,000 AA NHPI residents living in the area since 2024. Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islanders make up about 7% of the total U.S. population.
The percentage of the Asian patient in my patient population is also increasing a little bit. My father took the picture, and my father wrote "little doctor" here. So it was meant to be. I'll be a doctor.
56-year-old Puxiao comes from a long line of doctors in her family. She was born in Guangzhou, China.
8th generation doctor in my family. So it's been 250 years history.
She says back then it all started with traditional Chinese medicine using herbs and acupuncture, and later expanded to more modern medicine.
So you got to watch your grandfather, then would that be your grandfather got to watch his grandfather?
Yes, and it's almost like an apprenticeship in the families.
And it doesn't stop there.
My son is a doctor too, so he's a 9th generation.
She also has a sister that's a doctor as well.
Yeah, the setting of healthcare is different, but caring for individual patients are really similar. You answer to their questions.
Puxiao credits her dad for learning all about modern medicine. He later became a professor, teaching her as well as his other students.
My father's name is Zibo Cen. Z is water or nourishing. Bo is wave. Cen is our last name, means small mountain.
It was a small mountain of challenges that the Cen family climbed in China, finding success with each new generation here in America.
What I learned from my father still is tremendously important.
Puxiao keeps her father's picture above her mantle at home.
I want to look at him and I have a big smile too.
She admits she's a daddy's girl.
It's a huge influence because when I was really young, he raised me.
Puxiao says her father multitasked being a doctor and caring for his little girl while her mother was away.
He had to take me to the hospital all the time. And I get to know the operating room, the inpatient care, pre and post-op, and have very good relation with the nurses.
She says back then, patients who traveled a long distance for surgery even stayed in their family's home during post-op recovery at no charge.
During Cultural Revolution, not a lot of very experienced doctors around.
When Puxiao grew up, she knew she wanted to follow in her father's footsteps.
As soon as I finished my medical school, the same year I came here and started to study for the board, and then I start my residency here. That was 30 years ago.
Growing up, she always listened to her mother, but her dad was her best friend.
He inspired me in so many aspects. I am very introverted. My only friend was my father. He always comforted me.
He also encouraged her to have hobbies as a healthy outlet, which he too also had.
My father's calligraphy.
Puxiao proudly displays her own paintings at the clinic with, of course, a medical twist.
To enrich the heart muscles.
Each work of art has a special meaning as if it was her own lifeline.
I was born and raised in Chinese culture until I was 23 and a half. I came to America. There are so many things I did not understand fully.
But her father's guidance from China helped Puxiao adjust to the American way of life despite being an introvert. This is what he told her.
Medicine will help you overcome the shyness. And he's so right. He said, be patient.
And as it turns out, practicing medicine helped heal Puxiao's anxiety of moving to America and fitting in.
It was a bit scary at the beginning because you're so focusing on how you should behave better to be accepted. But when you learn from working, you know, interacting with your coworkers, i.e. other ethnic background people, you know that everyone have their strengths and shortcomings.
She learned how to navigate the neighborhood move to Orlando by taking part in more community activities like dragon boat racing. As she fit in throughout the year, she continued supporting the boat races as well as this publication, AsiaTrend.org, which shares information about the AAPI community here in Central Florida. And back in 2019, AdventHealth awarded Dr. Cen for her excellent service to all her patients.
If you know more of other culture, you actually are able to understand your own background better. And that's what I gained, I think, over the past 30-something years. And of course, society changing too. So you are growing along with the changes.
In 2009, Puxiao was heartbroken after her father died.
When he passed suddenly, I really wanted to know why. And before he passed, he always talked about the importance of medical education through autopsy.
So Puxiao and her sister observed their father's autopsy at his request to learn more about the human body. It was his final lesson, even after death.
Which is very difficult, as you can imagine, emotionally, but that's what my father wanted.
Ironically, she learned her dad died of heart issues.
Was it hard for you being a cardiologist knowing this?
Very difficult, and it makes me look back on how I handle or managed his lipidemia and also changed my way of treating my patients too.
Emotionally, what was it like having to see your father's autopsy?
Brings me closer to him, knowing that's what he wanted, but also emotionally very, very challenging. I still have many moments thinking about or having flashback, not like a horror movie, but in a very profound way.
She realizes he just wanted her to have a better understanding of medicine.
We are all learning more about how to take care of other people.
Taking care of patients in all phases of life, even the final ones.
My job is not only to prevent the downturn of their function and prevent acute event, but also walk to the last moment of their life.
While Dr. Cen gives patients a second chance at life, adding on years of living with their loved ones, she realizes no one lives forever.
In my office, there's a wall that have a lot of different clippings, different thank you cards. That's my sunshine wall. When things are difficult, I look at it.
Writing on the wall gives her the motivation to keep going.
There are patients' family, after patients died, they would write to me thank you card. There are patients who would write me thank you card at their deathbed. If they're under hospice, they know their end's near, and they will write me long letters. Those are my cherished memory, and also my my incentive to keep going, to do as good job as I did to these happy patients.
Back at AdventHealth, Dr. Cen wraps up her procedure with patient Han Guang.
Thank you. Good job. Thank you. It's success. Good.
Another success.
It's all done. It's good. The patient's doing very well.
We later caught up with 84-year-old Han. He feels much better.
Very good, because I don't know English. Dr. Cen can speak the Cantonese. Very big difference. Feel very good.
Patient Judy Wynn also credits Dr. Cen for making a difference in her life.
As soon as you have someone that speaks the same language, especially in the States, you feel the attachment like a family, someone who actually can communicate in another way. It's almost like home.
Whether day or night, patients say Dr. Cen always picks up the phone.
She's always there. I have a couple of instances with my heart. And one time when I had my AFib issues, I was in Hawaii. As soon as I noticed my heart rate went up and go crazy, I contacted her nurse practitioner. And she actually called me back. And when I look at my watch, it's 8:30 at night in Orlando.
And it's not just Asian American patients that get special treatment. It's all patients that she treats with TLC. This couple has been married for 52 years. They believe Dr. Cen helped make that happen by keeping one of them alive.
She's the one who actually saved my husband's life by diagnosing the problems that he had and sending him into surgery. We didn't know he was sick until he arrived there, and they said, "Oh, you've had a heart attack. You have to have some work done."
So when someone says, she saved my life, how does that make you feel?
It feels really good. That makes me feel that I am born to do this job. I am very lucky to have this opportunity. Overall, we are very lucky to be able to make a good living and also help people.
一陣間我哋會俾啲藥你瞓覺。
Okay.
So from the Far East all the way to Central Florida, this cardiologist gets to the heart of the matter wherever she goes. In Orlando, Valerie Boy for AsiaTrend.org.